Sports 360 once again. Brilliant Nation, good morning. Good morning and welcome. Anthony Becker Deremo is still my name. You can safely call me the Ogbuagu one of radio. Alongside me this morning is OG Adeni Adebanjo. OG, good morning once again. Let's go there.
Yeah, thank you very much, Anthony. Good morning to you. Good morning to Brilliant Nation. And we are back here. Of course, it's Sports 360 degrees. Let's go.
Well, let's go there. Let's quickly go to the NBA. Lovers of the NBA, let's tell you that some of your favorite teams got over to winning starts. OG is happy this morning because his team, he said it last week, the Celtics. The Celtics got off to a flyer. I'll bring you up to speed with that information. But OG, how are you feeling this morning? Your team won.
I mean, see, team where you go beat, you know they celebrate win. Now, the bigger tests, they are ahead.
Okay.
Not be 76ers.
Okay.
76ers not rich.
Okay, they're not rich.
They're rich.
Let me inform you this morning that OKC, the Oklahoma City Thunder, and the Boston Celtics, that's the team of OG, launched their NBA playoff campaigns with big wins last night as the Orlando Magic shocked the Detroit Pistons of Michigan. Let me tell you that the Thunder, OKC, trying to become the first team since my team, the Golden State. I'm not saying go laugh. So wait, you won't follow me drag Golden State now?
No.
Not now. Okay, since my team, the Golden State Warriors in 2017 and in 2018, the OKC want to be the first team to repeat it as champions. They routed the Phoenix Suns of Arizona 119-84. What a rout. Let me tell you that the Celtics are seated second in the Eastern Conference behind the Detroit Pistons. Dominated the Philadelphia 76ers 123-91 points. But the Pistons trailed all the way in a 112-101 loss to the Orlando Magic. And San Antonio sports star Victor Wemby made it a triumphant playoff debut, scoring 35 points as the Spurs beat the Portland Trail Blazers. I will go back indeed to Oregon empty-handed, 111-98. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, the reigning NBA most valuable player and finals MVP, scored 25 points, connecting on just 5 of 18 from the field, but drilling 15 of his 17 free throws attempt. He added 7 assists and 2 block shots before sitting out the entire fourth quarter. Jay, let me tell you that, of course, Jalen Williams added 22 points. And Chet Holmgren scored 16 for the Thunder, who are trying to become the first team since the Golden State Warriors in 2017 and in 2018 to repeat as champions. They wasted no time and they seized control in front of a revved crowd at the Paycom Center, leading by as many as 25 on the way to a 21-point halftime lead and by as many as 39 points in the fourth quarter. Big ups there for OKC, but they're not going to fit Dwam. They don't fit.
If they no do them, then whoever knocked them off, now a very, very formidable team. OKC have been very solid. Even I don't think that they've slowed down. I don't know any reigning champion, will play with the kind of intensity where OKC take enter this season. Like you said, they're trying to do what the last time we saw was in 2017-2018 season, where Golden State Warriors, and I don't know if there's been another team that was as dominant, in this era, like the Golden State Warriors. The only time when you feel reason any other team are like, you go back to Chicago Bulls, you go back to Michael Jordan era. This OKC team look like they get within it takes. However, you see that Wemby way you call? Wemby na problem. Wemby na problem. I don't know about Denver, because if once Jokic not show up or Murray not show up, that team not really be team like that. So from the West alone,
Wemby's injury prone. Up you know.
Not. I don't think this season we've seen him go for
Go
any
wound now.
length.
He go
No,
wound now.
No, but beyond that, he's a dominant player. For somebody that tall, to do it in, they do not even on the defensive end, but on the offensive end of things, he's very, very imposing. And you just said it. His first playoffs.
He's young now.
His first playoffs
I would
appearance, he dropped 35. Like his numbers, when then crunch his numbers, he's doing your prime Shaquille O'Neal numbers at this level, and like he is not even like a vet per se. You get
Small boy.
With him, this thing where then they do for Spurs now almost the same thing way OKC do last season. Young bunch of players, them had a few healthy guys, them the ones that when get injury before, particularly Chet Holmgren, come back and with Jalen Williams and Shai, all of them just it was. I'm not sure. Say people saw that blizzard the way he come and then he swept everybody. Deserving champions of the world last season. It's going to take a lot for them to defend the NBA title this season. A whole lot.
Let me talk about Atletico de Madrid. The coach of Atletico Madrid, Diego Simeone, was left wounded, devastated, saddened over the weekend when he lost the Copa del Rey to Real Sociedad. And guess what? They cannot win the La Liga. They are saying that they have all eyes on Arsenal and all eyes on the Champions League title. They play Arsenal at the end of the month in the first leg, semi-final of this season's UEFA Champions League. They host Arsenal first. They say Arsenal go hear them.
Oh, good. Now
they are going to turn their frustration on the Gunners.
So I probably will not speak on Diego because we already don't talk about El Cholo this morning. What I want to talk about now in Arsenal, and I think that I can boldly now make that my very infamous suggestion that Mikel Arteta had better prioritize
the Champions League.
Make him find one. I don't know which one he want to do now because right now it's looking like the Premier League.
but it would be a shame if from 4 they go to 0. Because now it's looking like 2 out of 4.
It'll be sad. I don't know about
this one. Now don't say this one has declared war on the Champions League now.
So Mikel Arteta needs to. So if not the Champions League, like people don't talk, say now the Champions League being priority, then if that is the case, come all out and get it done. El Cholo go talk with anyone talk disappointment. Like how do you lose the Copa del Rey? With all those players, and when you get, how do you lose the small one where they want to compensate you this season? You beat Barcelona, beat them for that competition, beat them for the Champions League, and then you come. I think that has been the story of this football club the last 2 or 3 seasons. They know they ever fit cross that finish line, and well, if not be for the Nigerian interest for Atletico Madrid, honestly, I don't think that anybody really cares that much about what's happening there. And perhaps now why they need to see how terribly low the club don't fall. From the days when then they compete with Real Madrid, they go toe-to-toe with the biggest teams then for that league, even in the Champions League as well. They are no longer that side. Atletico Madrid no be that side again. Interestingly, they still spend, but they are really not that team. And maybe they need a new lease of life. Talking about change of leadership in terms of who be the manager. Perhaps that is what they need. Mikel Cholo may go rest. He don't try. I think if you look across Europe's top 5 leagues and the very top 3 teams across these leagues, he probably could be the, and I'm not wrong if I say he's the longest serving manager.
If you look back to what happened this weekend, let's talk wrestling now. Let's talk pro wrestling. Let's talk WrestleMania, because WrestleMania 42 went down this past weekend. And one man says, I not they do again. It took him 4 minutes and 42 seconds to realize. I'm talking about Brock Lesnar. Oof. Brock Lesnar saying, no, they do again. He was put down by Obafemi. What's happened? He said, no, they do again. It's calling time. Well, you the beef Obafemi or what?
I don't beef anybody. Finish the story. I'm interested. I wonder where you go.
So, Brock Lesnar, indeed, after he was put down by Obafemi in 4 minutes and 42 seconds, says, he know they do again, that he's calling it time He's leaving the sport. So you will not say, but I know sometimes na Lamba. You say you will not see him again for wrestling, for pro wrestling. I'm done. You don't beat me like that.
Brock Lesnar now 48. 48.
You don't see Mozu.
Use Mozu. That's retirement. Na retiree Mozu. You don't finish.
I could see the tears in his eyes.
Brock Lesnar he spent.
That 48 man when they talk, then if he hold you.
No, I know they train like in the train. So
if he hold you,
if he hold me, go probably break me. But anybody will know prime Brock Lesnar. You know say in game na intensity. You know say Brock Lesnar na power. He is all power, very little technique. All power. And once you don't have that small advantage where you get, Obafemi is obviously a younger fighter and or make I say an entertainer. Leave the fighter thing. He's a younger entertainer. And this not the era where they won't move from. I think, and it's happening gradually now. They don't try phase out The Rock. They don't come out John Cena for the scene. I no go surprise. Brock Lesnar saying what he said. Randy Orton, obviously, I'm sure. Perhaps before the end of the year, himself, but they announce saying they come back again. They try phase them out, but kudos to Triple H. He is doing a phenomenal. I saw just one small clip of this WrestleMania where they talk about. It's not just about the names where then they bring come. It's also about the story where then they tell. And for those people who don't know, yes, then they call them professional wrestling, but now more of like acting, And so, if now movie, this one perhaps, and I know say some wrestling heads will argue with me, but this looked like to me the biggest WrestleMania since maybe 1998 or a little further back, 1996 or so, when you get them Hulk Hogan and Ultimate Warrior and all of these guys, and still they do the business. But he is old. Let's not forget. So he be like Mike Tyson inside ring with Jake Paul.
Well,
he is old.
Me, I go celebrate Obafemi. Obafemi na somebody when them born for Lagos. They do track and field. They do short puts. He do nuga. He went to the University of Lagos and see wearing the rub shoulders now. He's 27. Full name Isaac Odugbeson, but his professional name now Obafemi. But it's not easy to get to this level.
At all, not easy. And that's why I give credit to Triple H, because how they bring him, and I know that program still there on the WWE.
They don't transform like this in nearly about 10 years.
Now professional,
this transformation.
Now professional sports. Now people know still go give them their flowers, but now professional sport, you they train like any athlete go train. You they put in the work. They're not they slam you for guy. Brook Lesnar say not do again. You say because of say like the money. The amount of the one we call Undertaker. You know how many surgeries Undertaker don't do for a knee, and I'm sure if you see him today, you will see him they walk out with a limp. It'll be like, I don't mean to make that comparison, but it'll be like when you see Kanu Wanko. All the kicks we Kanu don't receive throughout his career, all the surgeries we do,
they show now.
They show now. Now the same thing with these wrestlers. We don't see the ones we pass like died actually in the ring or when they carry them go reach hospital. So the sport is as dangerous as I say this with plenty of care, as dangerous as any blood sport. It's supposed they choreographed, it's supposed they planned, but mistakes they happen, accidents they happen, and sometimes then they bring real life feud from wherever then they come from, enter inside that ring. Now the reason why back in the day we used to love those head-to-heads.
If they tell Obafemi maybe 10 years ago or 5 years ago, say go did this stage, he go believe.
I'm sure that he also probably watched the WWE.
Yes, he did. Undertaker was his favorite wrestler.
For most of us as well. But to come reach this point, yes, I mean I think it's worth celebrating. But I remember one interview. I think you do that interview with Daniel Gali. When you can't compare wrestling.
Yes, he rubbish this one. He rubbish this one. Say son of wrestling. Say son of entertainment.
But that's what it is, the entertainment. And if Obafemi is, doing, I think you can safely say he is perhaps Nigeria's biggest entertainer at this point, because this is the biggest stage of entertainment for fight entertainment. This right there. I don't think there is another Nigerian star as big as Obafemi in the sport. I know you talk about just wrestling. I talk about entertainment. This, fight entertainment. Even boxers, if you're a Jagbano, really they as exciting to watch as, as this.
090-44,889, 090-41,889. Those are the numbers. Hello.
Hello.
I greet you.
How was everything?
Good.
What do you want?
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Additional.
Go on.
Anthony, what happened yesterday evening tonight? I don't believe that the league is really Arsenal can continue that league if they know what they are doing. And OG, I want to ask you a question. Is it justified for me to leave Chelsea to Man City?
Nope.
Is that justified?
Nope.
Okay, continue. What's your blood pressure? Talk to 200 to over 180.
Not if you do my blood pressure. Listen, on our way they
okay, you see what happened weekend. You see how you play. You see how your team they play football.
See, let me tell you a very short history. A very short one. There was a time in the Premier League when City they collect 8-6-5 for Chelsea hand. Now that like just you come the bridge, we give you 5, carry go. Football and this thing where we dey see so now turn by turn. Today na City turn. But trust me, I don't think that Manchester City are going to have another manager who will keep them dominant like Pep Guardiola. And Pep Guardiola is not going to stay, and he's not going to be available to them forever. So the era when Chelsea was the team to beat in the Premier League, you don't come, you don't go. But now face like I talk, and that circle, Chelsea will see come back to that point. Man United will see come back to that point. Maybe Arsenal did that their own. Maybe now their own point be this now. But Manchester City are not going to be the same team without Pep Guardiola. They are not going to be feared without Pep Guardiola sitting on the sidelines. They're not going to be respected without Pep Guardiola on the sidelines. You look at Liverpool now. What thing they happen to Liverpool? Now the same thing will happen when you lose the singular factor. We give you that dominant gene, that dominant phase. We give you that power. We give you that influence. We give you that relevance. Pep Guardiola is the reason why they are the way they are now. And so if all of now they port from Chelsea, from Arsenal to go join Manchester City today, but don't worry, and I will come back.
Sports Radio Brilla FM. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning. Big good morning.
Good morning.
So my name is Louis.
Okay, Louis, go on.
So I noticed that you are very soft for Arsenal this morning.
I'm very what?
I said you are very soft for Arsenal this morning.
I'm very soft.
Now you are soft now. You for Arsenal.
Let's see what we can do.
And you are just okay. Maybe you are in the same position with Arsenal, just like.
You know, say you. If we they go right, you they go left. What do you mean soft? What do you mean by soft?
So it's simple now. I just said.
You said now only you talk and only you they laugh. you don't get anything to.
No,
talk.
I guess what in the try talk we say, they go hard. They go hard on Arsenal.
I want to go hard pass like this. Atletico Madrid say they focus on Arsenal. They don't come up for Copa del Rey. They go focus on which one be. How do you go? You want to go beat Ateta? Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Tony, this is Promise from Lagos Island.
Go on.
Bigoji, earlier when you said that Rosinho, Cholo is not better than Rosinho, I don't understand them. Because comparing Cholo to Rosinho, that means Cholo is a bad coach now. But for that England as a whole, as from my own opinion, that England as a whole, apart from Pep and Imega, I don't see another coach that is better than Cholo.
Okay.
Things like what you say, now people put questions, people are still say you get another TV and things like that. Even like this thing like way in Nigeria, the list still come. What they do well. Even this Anthony Iraola, when he was coming to Bournemouth, I never knew that he was going to do well to Bournemouth. But the big year and the season, now that the big club are coming for him. For me, Show will come down England and do well.
Okay. Okay, thank you very, very much. Sports Radio. I was trying to remember Omas.
Yeah. You know.
Blow like that.
You know, blow.
I met him, was it two years ago? He came to Lagos. Why the guy Tolu? Hello.
I don't even know where he is.
Hello, Anthony.
Good morning.
Anthony, good morning. Big Oji, I greet you.
I greet you too.
Yes, now Daniel Desmond, they call.
Go on.
All of them with the camp, with the run. Make them run, no wahala, we dey for them. The claim say them be, they like their club, they like their club. They don't like anything, Anthony. They don't like anything. They are just here when it's good, then go there. When it's bad, then go run. All of them run with it. And for Arsenal, Anthony, see that Atletico Madrid, they don't tell me, they don't show me saying I nearly people now them beat. Don't get anything to offer. In as much as I hate Arsenal, I still believe Arsenal go take them to clean and win for that Champions League. They don't get anything to offer. That's Simeone. In time, don't they expire for Atletico Madrid. And for me, Chelsea, if they like, may they qualify for Champions League or they like, may they don't qualify. I don't know. I see my club. I don't go wrong, go anywhere. But for me and my household, next season, Man City for Champions League, if Chelsea no qualify. Only for Champions League, Anthony. Thank you so much.
What would be appropriate for Chelsea? Fire the coach? Make Chelsea use this coach next season? Liam Rosanoa.
So if you do that, you still leave Joe Shields, you leave Stuart Lawrence or what then call his name. You leave those directors them to still they make this decision. So I read yesterday that the players now they actually tell the directors now say, you know, on a better sign players, or I don't know whether are threats to down tools or whatever they do with that conversation, but they tell me say the guys with the middle management or C-level now they do their work. And so the ultimate change when I think say Chelsea need first now with who they call the shot as chairman. If that guy know football, in fact, because Chelsea actually needs somebody we know football, we also do ruthless.
But wait first. Okay, that.
No, so I'm saying it is not a Liam Rosino problem.
Are you saying Chelsea do not have a coaching problem?
Normally, Liam Rosino not even the Chelsea.
So he's not supposed to now.
He's not supposed to, but if you let him go now, you probably go
at the end of the season.
The people where they hire, if you go still hire somebody, will be like.
Now these same people now was Enzo a bad coach? Enzo looked like a decent coach for Chelsea.
We see Enzo track record for Leicester. We saw something. Liam Rosenior, I don't think say the whole city.
No. My point. You understand my point?
Enough.
My point be say if they got it right. Now he got it right. Now he could.
But they not get them right
with Enzo.
No, but they not get them right.
Enzo won the Conference League, won the Club World
Cup. And then you sacked him because he demanded. If you try, if you feel
no. I know they look at waiting can happen. Now they look say if that same board made